Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Essential Teas here, back with another Arrowverse review. This will be my review for the Flash and Arrow episodes this week, part 1 of The Last Temptation of Barry Allen and Reset. And these are the only episodes we got this week. There was no Supergirl or Batwoman, so let's get right into it. Starting with The Flash. This is just going to be a quick, shorter video than usual, quick review of both. Both episodes were very directed to the heroes having to own up to their fate and address any doubts they had with the coming crisis. Because now that these episodes are over, there's one episode left of each show before crisis starts. And then, so we don't have much time for any more build up. So these episodes were both very meant to prepare the heroes for crisis, although in the Flash's case, it kind of backfired. We initially start the episode right off at the end of last episode where Ramsey fights Ralph, and he ends up infecting him. And Team Flash figures the only way to cure him is temporarily give him some of Barry's speed healing. So they do some blood transfusion, whatever. They give him his Barry's blood, and it seems to work. He's recovering now. It's all good. But I kind of saw this coming right away. You're connecting yourself and your blood with the blood of someone infected by blood work. Like, his whole thing is blood. So that seemed like a bad idea from the get-go, and shocker, I was right, it was a bad idea. So Barry spends the majority of the episode in like a hallucination world where he's trying to fight off the infection. But because of where he is, it's actually easier said than done, because the Speed Force and his speed healing is giving him time, but ultimately it's up to him. But the virus has Ramsey's consciousness in it, so he's talking him into accepting the virus, because he says, if you let the virus take hold, you won't have to die in crisis, you can still live, you can save other people, you'll have more powers. And it seems really tempting, although we know that it's not exactly the case. Like, Ramsey will really be in control of him, and the Speed Force does mention that at one point, that yes, he will live and he will have these powers, but he'll be giving up his soul. It will just be his body left, really. But Ramsey puts him through all this Mysterio-style torture hallucinations, and he breaks him down. He doesn't want to die. He sees all the death and pain that's been caused just by being the Flash, and so it makes it really difficult. And even though even with the Speed Force appearing to him as his mother, that doesn't help. He still takes Ramsey's side in the end and accepts the virus. And we're not told that initially. He gets out of it. Cisco asks him, is he okay? He beat it, and he says, yeah, I'm fine. But really, shortly after that, once he talks to Iris, we realize, no, he's not fine. He's been turned into the negative Flash, and he's all evil now. And so this is just what we need right before crisis. He's supposed to be the hero that saves the multiverse, and he's not even in control of his own body anymore. So that is not exactly good. They will have to hurry up and free him from the infection. Also, one other thing regarding the infection that I didn't hear many people talking about is Cisco actually had a few batches of Velocity 10 serum, which he injected into Barry, which could have actually made things worse. I'm not really sure. It temporarily blocked out the virus so that just the Speed Force could talk to him, but in the end he still went with Ramsey. But if you remember Velocity 9, that's way back in season 2, I think. That's what Zoom was using, and Trajectory, I believe. They had the Velocity 9. And it did have unfortunate side effects for them. So maybe, that's why I think maybe by injecting that, it actually made the situation worse. But I'm not sure if they'll even address that, or if it'll all just be speculation. But that's the main part of the episode. There's not much else to talk about. And like I said, next episode we'll continue right where this one left off, and then pretty much as soon as they wrap up this Bloodwork story, they will be into full-on Crisis mode. At the end of the episode, there will be some big tease, because after that, Crisis starts. And so that's very exciting. Moving on to Arrow now. This was also a similar episode, getting Oliver to confront his doubts and fears, except this one was set up by the Monitor and Lila, and it has the outcome that was wanted. He actually does end up realizing that he can't fight his fate. He is supposed to die. But I still not 100% sure on that, because like the Monitor keeps telling Barry he has to die as well. So I think he just wants them both to be prepared to make the sacrifice, but it might not actually be necessary. I'm not really sure. But anyways, this episode follows up after Oliver, Diggle, and Laurel were tranked on the roof with Lila, and now they've been put into this alternate reality mind frame time loop thing, and they have to figure out the way out. And for the majority of the episode, Oliver figures that the way out is to save Quentin from dying, because in this reality he is alive. And after a couple of tries, he finds out that Laurel is also in the time loop. They meet up, and so they try together for a bit, but it doesn't last very long. They don't try too many times, and Laurel just actually gets to say goodbye to Quentin, which was a really nice moment, and exactly what the Monitor was hoping for. And so that was her sort of lesson learned, her reward. She got to say goodbye to him, and so then she's taken out of this time loop universe mindscape. And so then it's just Oliver left in there, and at first he's unwilling to give up. He's very determined to save Quentin, and even Quentin realizes that this isn't real, I shouldn't be alive, and he comes to terms with it before Oliver does. And so, but eventually Oliver does realize that that's the way out of here, that's what this is. It's not a test to see if you can save the target, it's if you can be okay with letting them die, because that's what he's going to have to do in Crisis. And so then he gets out of the mindscape prison thing and wakes up with Laurel in a tent. And where is that tent? On Lian Yu. And once they go outside of the tent, they also are met with Diggle and Mia, William. I think Connor was there. I've already forgotten. But yeah, so this is they have one final mission now before Crisis, one final test, and not exactly sure what that will be, but I guess we'll have to see next episode. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my review of these episodes, and this is it. This is the last week before Crisis. Batwoman and Supergirl are back on Sunday. Then we got Flash and Arrow finishing their Crisis preparation on Tuesday. And then we're in Crisis. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, you could leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Consider subscribing, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you guys later. Peace out. Bye.